Alright everyone, welcome back to another episode of the F124 Drive Cremo with RB. This is part number 21 today for the Canadian Grand Prix, Season 2, round number 5. Missed the previous video at Monaco. I recommend you go and check one out before seeing this one because, spoiler alert, well, yeah, I mean, it's actually, it's another good race. We still couldn't, obviously affected by two safety cars there. And our rival Kevin Magnussen, obviously, he's in a big car. We've got a secret meeting with Haas, funny enough, with Haas. Maybe with Magnussen's good form, they're looking to put myself and Magnussen. Hulkenberg's had a stinker of a season, really. So, but yeah, I'm not really looking to sign with Haas for Season 3.
Hey, me again. Been chatting with some of the team higher-ups, and they're delighted with the loyalty you're showing to the team and the project. Now's a good time to ask for a bonus, or a boat, or whatever it is you people get up to out of the car.
Yeah, we can't actually do that, Elena. We can review it, but we'll lose stuff, so yeah. Instead, we're going to focus on some upgrades. Major drag reduction upgrade. As well is available. The UK's done a major weight reduction upgrade, I believe that is. Yes, it is major. It's not going to move us out of the grid. There's this major weight reduction upgrade as well, which we do need as well. Liking the failure chances being naught there as well. Tyre wear we could do with a little bit as well. Engine power, huge one there as well. Now, yes, it's a bit iffy. We need all three of those upgrades on. Well, four actually, because also we're going to need drag reduction as well. Look at those beautiful failure chances. I forgot about rush though. So yeah, I'm going to go with drag reduction. I think that's what this car needs, but I forgot to rush the upgrade. So yes, that's my bad. So that will not come in until Austria now, but I mean, it probably gives us a chance to get a few more points. We've still got Canada and Spain to go through before we get that upgrade, unfortunately. But at least we'll know it's a chance to go on the car. We haven't had an upgrade for the last two races, and I've scored points in both of those races. So I'm fingers crossed, that good performance can continue today as we move to qualifying then to Montreal. Yes, this track was a good track for me, but just like with some of the other tracks, where they were bad for me in the past, I feel that this track has gone the other way, where it was good for me in the past and is currently bad now. But yes, I'm going to start my fastest lap. We've got a McLaren up in front. It should be a lot faster, so it'd be nice to get a toe down the back straight, but not great through turns one. You can see I'm currently down in last place. Usual qualifying, but horrific performance there from me. But as well, I'm a little bit up on what was Sonoda's time through sector 1. But I'm sure all of them are on laps now. I'm going to try and get the slipstream again. You can see how much the McLaren is able to move. And I don't know what it is, but this car, what it was when I was watching the AI, their straight line speed, they were getting up to like 220 miles an hour down this back straight. Watch how much I get up to. So we're at the corner now. I'm going to use a lot of overtake. I've saved that, which is why the margin it's just going to increase that spiral out of control down here. 215 miles an hour is my top speed. I cannot go any faster than that, so that just shows there is a limitation in the top speed of this car. It is a 4/10 improvement, but unfortunately for me, it's not any good enough for last place as well. Verstappen will be on pole. The Mercedes, and forgot to mention, they've got an upgrade to jump ahead of Ferrari. That's put them ahead of McLaren as well. They're not having a great season. So yes, but not great for us. 18th and 20th. Our car definitely is lacking in straight line speed. So yeah, we're going to need to work on that a lot as well in the coming episodes. But nevertheless, it's time to see what we can do from last place on the grid. It's time for the race.
We're back once again beside the St. Lawrence River here in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The event first moved to a variant of this track back in 1978. It was won by none other than Gilles Villeneuve, the first Canadian to ever win his home race, and in whose honour the circuit would be renamed. 2.7 mile circuit peaking at around 190 miles per hour, 2 DRS zones, 14 turns, tight corners, a narrow track, and the famous Wall of Champions. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Russell, Oscar Piastri, Sainz, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Ocon, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Albon, Teo Porcher, Zhou, Stroll, Tsunoda, Magnussen, and Phoenix. That's it then. It's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. Hello everyone, welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes and we say hello to Naomi Schiff. I love this moment in the weekend. Put us in their shoes right now. What are they feeling on the grid?
It's a very special time for the drivers. It's almost like everything around you slows down and you become hyper aware. So your nerves slightly go up, your adrenaline's going up. It's the perfect time to start focusing on your visualizations and preparing for the race. So you want to avoid distractions and really stay cool, calm, and focused.
Okay, this is going to take a monumental effort from you. I need you to push incredibly hard if we're going to get a good result today. Let's go and make it happen.
So, from last place on the grid, race strategy is a little bit interesting because I've decided to use the soft tyres for sure. I need that offset. It was just a question of where that soft tyre stint is. Is it going to be at the end of the race or the start of the race? And it seems that soft hard is actually possibly could be the best strategy as well. So that's what I'm gonna do and try and undercut everyone a little bit different. 5 lights out, then away we go. It's a shocker for Tsunoda off the line. I'm gonna slip in behind Magnussen and a few other cars down the inside. Can I get around the outside? Yes, a huge dive bomb at that first corner, but I'm through. I've still got Bottas, that is, on the inside. I'm going to tap down the inside of Hulkenberg. He gives me the room. And then the 2 Alpines, not in their second and third place as they was at Brazil. Around the outside, down the inside, the next corner of the other Alpine. Lovely set of corners. And that's how you make 10 places up in 1 lap. Here's a replay of this move. I think one of the Alpines, the first one there, Gasly, forced out by the second of Esteban Ocon, and Ocon left the door open at that corner up to P10. Now I'm having to think about making another move on Charles Leclerc. Send it at the hairpin, a little bit of a dive bomb. Leclerc get a bit glued there to my side pod, but I mean I'm going to ignore that and just press ahead with this move. It doesn't actually look like it was glued on the on the replay there. While I was making that move then, of course, up at the front, it is a Red Bull 1-2, again, with Max Verstappen, just like in 2023, running away at the front as well. He's only failed to win 1 race so far this season as well. But anyway, I'm on the back of Fernando Alonso. I can make pace up through the hairpin, but down this back straight, this car just does not have the overwhelming straight line speed, which suits straight line speed sort of suits my driving style as well. And Leclerc had a go, but I decided to get just to basically say absolutely you're not making that overtake there. I'm going to survive for my life to try and defend this P9, even though I know that Leclerc, once I pit, will actually come out. He'll probably actually go on and ahead, but obviously really fighting the 2 Alpines for probably P10. But keeping Leclerc behind, just demonstrates to McLaren I can fight a faster car. Now up at the front, Verstappen's made a mistake. and he goes on the corner and he's taken Hamilton's front wing off. Controversy at the Canadian Grand Prix. They go side by side down to turn 1. Verstappen on the inside. Hamilton's missing his front end plate. But yes, should Verstappen have a penalty for that? Let me know in the comments below. As well, as we jump to lap 8, as well, there's a yellow flag out. Don't know why that's out. I've still got everyone. In actual fact, there is a yellow flag out because Leclerc is out of the race. So that changes a little bit the dynamic. I thought we were fighting for the Alpines for P10, and Leclerc was just a casualty, and he'd be 5 seconds a lap faster one side pitch. Look at the state of those rear tyres, absolutely shocking, 43%. As well as, but now I've got Ocon and Gasly. When I pit on this lap, they will be 9th and 10th. That will be some, that's 3 points, and every little helps for Alpine. They will be looking to get some points as well. But yes, I'm going to come into the pits, and hopefully my pace on the mediums is actually not too bad. Because, sorry, not the mediums, on the hards, excuse me, is not too bad. I don't really like using the hard tyre in the F1 game. I just think it's not a great tyre as well. One thing to note also with this none, like, why am I not able to charge my battery through the pit lane? I'm on this game, I really don't know. Anyway, as I come out of the pits, making sure to avoid that wall on the left hand side, which is a stupid position. But yes, these are the two I'm trying to battle. It's the Alp of Ocon and Gasly. They're starting to run away a bit from the Haas of Nico Hülkenberg behind. As well, who leads that train with Bottas and the 2 Williams, but they're all in now on the end of lap 11. So yeah, my tyres are up to temperature. A little bit of wear on the rears again, more than the front, but it's actually worked out a treat because there is Ocon. Bottas is right behind Ocon as well, and this is Gasly's stop. Gasly had a pit stop error. The rear right did not want to come off there. As well, so Gasly had a 6-second pit stop, and that's going to drop him behind Bottas as well. But crucially, I'm out in front of all of them, but I don't have the pace to keep really to run away and keep that 2-second gap to Ocon. That's unfortunate. That is just the pace of where this car is as well, and considering how many fast circuits we got, it's going to, there's some pain coming up, I reckon, as we're watching George Russell all over the back of Lando Norris. This is of course for the race lead after Verstappen made a mistake. Russell has a go around the outside, turns the inside for turn 2, but has Norris got the grip over his compatriot? He has, and Norris is able to keep the lead for now ahead of George Russell. Verstappen and Piastri still 3rd and 4th at this time. Hamilton has dropped down to 7th. It's just such a shame for him as Ocon goes past in the run up to the hairpin. I always have better traction as well. I also was trying to charge my DRS and got my pace stat increased as a result of it, because I'm going to need that with the pace stat. And now Ocon's got a better run. I'm going to have to keep it, use overtake down the inside, and I've kept the position just about. As well, but I'm not really able to pull away, and that's Alonso having a go at Hamilton, who still hasn't replaced that front wing, as they don't tend to in F124 as well. But Hamilton is able to defend against Alonso there for P7, and that's a Spinala for George Russell, who then takes out Max Verstappen's wing, and Verstappen also takes out Piastri's wing, and Sainz and Perez go through. So yes, let me know, is that just a racing incident as well? I think probably more so of a racing incident. Verstappen's probably should have been a penalty for an unsafe rejoin as well. So Russell's there. You saw Ocon having a go at me again down into turn 1, but he's not really been able to tackle me. Even though he's able to close in at such a rate of knots, he's got so much more straight line speed than I have. I think this car is probably the slowest in a straight line. I'm able to hold on, and up to the line, this will be P9, which, after qualifying, I'll take that. I think that strategy was perfectly executed by me. Mark couldn't be bothered to suggest such a strategy, of course. But I did. Soft hards seemed to work today, using those softs at the start as well. Fastest lap was 11.0 on those softs. No penalties for Verstappen though, nor Russell for causing collisions. So yes, let me know what you would have given if you were the stewards in the comments below. Tsunoda only 17th, not great. You can see the big train that I caused as well, down to P19. So that 2 points are crucial to keep me ahead of Lewis Hamilton in the standings. Of course, we're in a championship rivalry with Hamilton, even though he should really be flying ahead as well. Magnussen doesn't score, so that's 2 more points over Haas, but obviously Ocon does score points. So yes, it's just trying to make sure that we keep keep scoring points, keep that scoreboard ticking, and make sure that if like the likes of an Alpine or a Slauber have a big payday like Alpine have just had in real life, that we got enough points on the board to be able to survive. Hamilton, they've increased it to 28. We're also now in a rating rivalry with Zhou Guanyu as well. Whether or not we'll ever see the end of that, I don't know, but yes, up to 77 now. Yeah, experience gained a bit. Racecraft gained a lot because of the amount of overtakes. Pace also gained a bit because I did that ERS thing, even though I don't understand how charging the ERS affects my pace, but there we go. As well, yes, dynamic. We also got objective. DRS was racecraft, actually. Excuse me. With that, and then for awareness, again, no penalties, which is good. And then, in actual fact, just the margin to fastest lap using the soft tyres. And then finishing session versus expected got me a lot of focus as well. So I'm happy with that. Got finally starting to make some progress on the rating. My recognition's gone up 2% as well over Tsunoda. So yes, that's interesting that I'm in a dominant position in this car, even though technically I'm still on loan from McLaren as well. But it's more points on the board. I'll definitely take that. We need to get Yuki scoring points because he hasn't scored any points so far. The next race will be at Spain, not raced around there yet on F124, so it'll definitely be interesting to see how I get on. Historically, it's been, a better track on the previous games, but yes, target will be the back end of the top 10 and 8th, 9th, 10th place. Whatever we can pick up, that is the target as well. You've got, especially as I said, if we have what Alpine did in real life, when they get a result where they finish second and the third as well. But obviously, speaking of people trying to get podiums, Piastri, not a great race for him today. Obviously, he would have been behind Verstappen. He got stuck behind Verstappen really in 4th place. McLaren, of course, have the fastest car, but they're not really using it at the moment, and they are struggling. Perez has got 3 podiums now, although, as I say, he wouldn't have been on the podium had it not been for Russell's Spinala. But yes, that's where I'm going to leave it today's video. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and do the channel. See plenty more F124 Drive Club videos as I'm going to come out. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.